Hello everyone, happy Friday evening. Welcome. I'm actually set up over here and we're going to be crafting the new Swingy Things kits together. And I'm going to show you what they look like. You guys hop on, be sure to say a quick hello. I have my plates here. Let me get my iPad and let me send out a reminder to everyone. Let's see. Let's go to Facebook. Hello, friends. Welcome. We're going to be doing the new Swingy kits today. We're going to do the Grumpy Kitty and we're going to do the Santa. And that way we have, I did post a tutorial putting together like the assembly of this, but I wanted to craft it with you because this is new. There isn't one crafted and I wanted people to be able to see what they look like. And so that's what we're going to do today for our craft. I'm super excited. Then I'm going home. So, and I've got, my lips are getting chapped and so I feel like they're splitting. But I just got done making t-shirts to show you guys. And now we're going to do a craft. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Let's copy this and let's send out a reminder. Let's see. Hang on. Hang on. I got to type this out. I think that's my video link. Is that my video link? I think so. Okay, so I sent out my little broadcast. Let's go back to Facebook. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. So today we're going to be crafting the Swingy. They're called like Swingy Things. They're really interesting. They're super fun. They are a little bit different. And I think they're going to be a really interesting kit to do. I was telling Dylan, I've kind of figured out the concept of how they go together. And so I was like, well, maybe in the upcoming year, we can expand this little collection with some other things like a bunny or something like that. Something fun and interesting. The shirts are super cute. I hope that you guys go check out our t-shirt collection because they are a lot of fun. And our t-shirts on sale right now, I looked at them. They're starting at about $20 a shirt. And so that's a pretty good deal. So hopefully you go check them out. Thought you were just doing shirts. No, I said, you probably weren't there on the beginning of the video. I said I was going to come and make shirts. And then as soon as I got done, I was going to reset my little craft area. And then I was going to come and do a craft with you guys because it is Black Friday and I need to be like talking about our sales. I need to be promoting things. I need to be showing up. And I also wanted to do a craft with you of this new kit. So this way, you know, I figured I got to show up and do the work, right? So here I am. And then I'm going home and I'll probably come back in tomorrow to do a project with you. We're going to do an exclusive. We're going to do an exclusive kit tomorrow and Sunday. I haven't decided if I'm going to come in Sunday. I might just wait until Monday and take Sunday off, but, we'll see. We will see. I just said to myself, it would be a long night. I'm glad you're here. It is. So every day has been a long day. It's been a long day. So Wednesday, I stayed up until midnight to make sure that all the things launched in the shop for our Thanksgiving Day sale. I scheduled all of my things for Thursday. Scheduled all of my stuff for today, with the exception of my videos here. And then I also stayed up last night to make sure that because everything has to be done manually when we do multiple days like this where they're different sales. Next year, I think what I'm going to do is probably do a 3-day sale and everything will just be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we'll just kind of leave it at that. This 5-day stuff is very difficult for me because I have to change everything. Like I'm staying up at like 10:30 tonight. I will be on my shop and I will be updating all the imagery. So last night I updated all the images on the sales page to be Black Friday, even though all of our Thursday deals were still active. Oh my goodness, this thing is driving me insane. I don't know how to turn this off. Like, can I just silence my device? Can I just silence my device? How do you silence? Silent mode. Silent mode. I don't know how to do silent mode on here. But, so anyways, I've had to do a lot of stuff manually. Sounds. Let's turn this off. Silent mode. Yes. Silent mode. Yes. I will not play ringtones. iPad will still play alarms, timers, music, and audio from videos. Sweet. Okay. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Today is Black Friday, and today is our biggest sale of the year that we've ever done. Okay. So today is mega deals, mega savings, deep discounts, and like 50% off things. We've got 30% off, 25% off, 20% off, and then we have free shipping on orders over $35. It's a lot. So hopefully you go take advantage of that, because let's be real. This is the time of year where our businesses, like small businesses, we make our profit during this time. So, we're giving you deals, which means we make less. So just keep that in mind. We appreciate your support. So we're going to craft today, and I typically try to tell you at the beginning of the video, hey, you can go to the shop, check this out. If you want to, that's fine. If not, that's okay too. You can watch for free. Hopefully you learn something for free from this tutorial, but this is my way of introducing you to this product, showing you how it can be done and all the things that I'm going to use to make it. And if you want to go check it out, we welcome you to go check out our shop. And if not, you're okay to hang out with us. It's good either way. It doesn't matter to me. I just hope that you are inspired. You have a good time. If this is your first time with us, sometimes a person has to see someone 7 or 8 times before they were like, oh, I like it around here. So hopefully you do come back and you hang out with us. And then maybe one day you'll come and shop with us and we can be a part of your crafting adventures. But until then, we're going to craft. All right. So let me show you what we got. I'm super excited for this one. Now, this is just very interesting. Okay. So 4 of these are Christmas themed. 2 of them are just kind of everyday. So let me flip this around and let me show you. Happy birthday, Claire. Today it's her birthday. Oh my gosh, I love it. So this is our little swingy things collection, and I'm going to go through them and show you what they look like. I'm just going to keep my phone kind of, oh my gosh, my cord. Let me move my little stand over just a little bit. My cord has got my phone tied up here. So let me do it like this. So the way that this works is I need to be able to get my arm around my phone so that I can use my hands. Okay, so the way that these work, let me just show you with this one right here because it's a little bit easier to get to. So this just hangs on to the stand, okay? Hangs on the stand just like so. Somebody asked me if I would turn these into ornament stands, and I was like, I need to ask the designer because this is actually not my design. It's someone else's, and I don't know what they allow me to do. So before I go separating it, I want to make sure. So there's a tree stand over here, and then there's this stand. So non-holiday is just a regular simple stand that looks like this, and then there's a little hook at the top that you just hang it on, and it just hangs there. And look how cute this is. I mean, the little tail, it all just kind of like, it's just a swingy, hangy thing. It's so stinking interesting. I love how the little arms move. I just think it's so cute. So this is the little swingy, hangy things, and they are in my shop, and they are a craft kit. It comes blank in pieces. You assemble it and you hang it on here, and then you just can display it, and it's super interesting. Okay. So that is the little kitty cat. Let me show you the dog. Now there's only one type of dog. There's only one type of cat. If you don't like this dog, it is what it is, but this is what our options are. So this is a little dog, and it also has a little hangy tail down here and then the little body, and it all hooks on the same way. So each kit comes with a stand and the little hangy thing. And look at the little head even bobbles. It's just so cute. And so we're going to craft one of these. I'm going to try to do 2, but I think I'm only going to get one of them done. But look how fun that is, right? So there is that one. And then let's go with the nutcracker. Let me show you the nutcracker. So the nutcracker's on the tree stand like this. Let me angle you down just a little bit more. Maybe come around this way. There we go. It's a little bit better. So it's the same concept. So you just unhook it. Now on this stand, there is a star hook at the top, and it just hooks into this little groove when you hook this on like so, and it just kind of sits in that little groove like that. And it hangs on here, and same thing. The little arms move. It's super interesting. It's a little, it bobbles. The whole body is kind of hangy. And it's just so cute. I mean, look at how fun that is. It's definitely a conversation piece. It's something you put on your desk at work. It's like somebody comes in your office to your desk and they're like, they just want to fidget with it. It's just one of those things that's really cool. Kids would love these. I mean, how fun. All right, so there's a nutcracker. Here is Santa. Santa is also on the stand with a tree. And he has little arms. He's got the little head. And same concept, it just hooks on to the tree right here, really easy. And it's just so fun. So I hope that you guys check these out. Right now, these are on sale, I believe, for $11 for the kit, and that includes your stand and your little piece here. Normally these, I believe, are $15, which is a really good deal for a kit that comes with the stand and everything. And look how fun that is. So this is Santa. And he's got his little buckle on his little outfit and the little arms. The whole body kind of swings in motion. It's so much fun. All right, then we've got the dog, the puppy dog for Christmas. And it has the little tail back here too. Oh, you can see the little tail moves. The body moves. The arms. The little head. And it hangs on the same tree. Just like so, same concept, and there we go. So this is a little dog, and it's wrapped in Christmas lights. So stinking cute. And then we have the one, we're going to do this one today, and we're actually going to try to do both of these today, the little Santa and the Grumpy Kitty. We can't say Grumpy C-A-T. We're going to call it the Grumpy Kitty because, you know, all things. But this is a little grouchy kitty cat. I mean, look at that little grumpy thing. Same concept, tree, little star. You hanging on to hook it. And it does the same thing. So we're going to craft this today and we're going to have a good time. I'm going to try to do both of these. I don't know that I'm going to get them done at the same time. So what my idea is to try to do them simultaneously together. I know that that could be a disadvantage to some. So we might just start with the Grumpy Kitty first and then maybe do the Santa another time. But just in case somebody's watching the video, I don't want them to get confused. But it would be cool to be able to do both of them. But I think we're just going to start with the Grumpy Kitty. And then if we can get to Santa, we will. And we'll just call it a craft marathon tonight. But how fun. How fun are these? So I just wanted to show you what they look like, how they go together so that you can get a good idea of them. And of course, I wish that I had all day to just craft all day and just, craft all the things, but I don't. So today we're going to just focus on what we can get done. And if you want to go and see the other ones, I'm going to show you how to glue them together. It's the same concept for all of them. And it's really not intimidating at all. So let's go ahead and put these two aside and these two, which are these. And I'm just going to leave those two right there. And we're going to work on those. I'm very, very excited. So we've got our kitty right here. And I'm going to show you the colors. And I do have my acrylic pens. These acrylic pens here to do some of the fine details, like the little lights that are on there. Super cute. All right, let's lift you up and rotate you around. And let me move this thing out of the way. Y'all, I had to take my stand in there to the t-shirt room. And so I my settings are off. Like it's not at the height that I normally have it. So these are the two that you want. Well, Karen girl, they're on sale. You should go check them out because Christmas kits, I believe, are I believe Christmas is these might be 25% off. I'm not sure because they're in different collections. But they are on sale. I believe they're like $11 for the kits, and you should go definitely check them out. But these two are the ones we're going to be hopefully doing today. So if you want to craft along and you want to hang out, you're welcome to do so. Happy Black Friday. Be sure to check out our Black Friday sale. It has the most huge, deepest discounts we've ever offered. And it's our gift to you to say, hey, save some money. And then you're also, don't forget that every order that you place between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday, you're going to get that free ornament kit that we did together. So those of you who are asking about this, every order that is placed in the shop that is over $5 is going to get a free ornament kit in their order. You don't have to add it to your anything. It's automatically going to be sent to you in your order. And there's the tutorial. I posted the tutorial today in case anyone wanted it. Not the fast version, but the 6-minute version. I posted this today. And then I will say this. Everybody and their brother, almost every order, I swear, has had one of these double candy canes in their cart for the ornaments. Crazy. Crazy. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? And I'm going to explain to you about these kits in case you are new. During our 50% off sales, it is a great time for you to buy, especially if you're a beginner, just getting started, because you're getting a really good discount on craft kits so that you can try them. I always say that, you know, buy when things are on sale because it's a great value. All right, so your kit's going to come in a bag like this. It's typically going to have a barcode. My stuff doesn't have barcodes because there's no barcode when I make these because they're the test examples. So this is how it's going to come, and it's going to come in this bag. Now, I've already uploaded the tutorial for this one. It is about 13 minutes long of how to assemble this. So there's already a video on how to assemble in case in case I hadn't gotten to it yet, but I did plan on doing this one. And so what you're going to need is a toothpick, a paintbrush, or something that you can pop these little things out with. Typically, I use the paint pokey tool. If I can find it over here. It's right here. You can get these usually at the dollar store. It's just a little scoring tool. This one has a little bit of resin on the end of it. And I should probably clean that off of there. Anyways, this is the tool. And so you can use either end. So if you use like your paintbrush, you're just going to gently press. And when you press, you're going to see about where it is tabbed on this board, and it'll pop out. So if you want to paint them in the board, you can do that too. This would be a great thing for kids because all the pieces are here, and then the parents can like pop them out, or grandparents or whoever, and then you can assemble it. So have them color it or paint it on their board and then pop it out, and then you can assemble it. So your kit's going to come like this. And we do this for things that are either have a lot of small pieces, or things that are really delicate, things that we don't want to get lost, or something that is smaller that we can confine onto this board and then ship it out to you, and we know that it's not going to get broken. So this is how your kit may come to you on this little board right here. Now you can pop all your little pieces out very gently. You can use your thumb or your fingers or whatever. And if you get it to where it's kind of hung up, just gently break the tab. And you can do most of it with your fingers. Some people may not want to if they have like arthritis or something like that. Or you could use the little tool that I told you about. It's completely up to you. So I'm just going to pop my pieces out. And these pieces right here that I'm leaving in, these pieces, we don't need to paint them. So I'm going to leave them. You can paint them if you want to. It's going to be up to you if you want to do that. This one is going to be the one that shows at the top. So I do want to paint that one up there. So I am going to do that. But these are going to be for assembly later. And then this little nose, I'm just going to leave the nose in here for the cat. And so I'm not going to take that out yet. So I'm just going to set that aside. And we're going to start with our stand first. Sometimes when you pop it out, you might have a little tabbed area that frays. Just sand that little piece off. But your stand is 4 pieces, and we're going to work on that really quick. So we've got our stand. I'm going to do brown to go with the base. And then I'm going to do my tree green. You could do your tree any other color you want to, but I'm going to do mine green. And I have chose light avocado because it is my absolute all-time favorite. So light avocado it is. And I've got a plate here to do that. And I'm just going to put it on this plate. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Marlene. Hello. What did she say? Pamela says, my beautiful grandson is here, 1126, 10 pounds, 7 ounces. Oh my goodness. His name is Zachary Miles. Oh, I love it. I love it because my son's name is Zach. I love it. It is so awesome. I probably won't need that much, but I got that much. And then we're going to do asphaltum for the base. One of my favorites of deco art. It's right up there with Burnt Umber from Apple Barrel. And we're just going to do our stand. And it is a layered stand. So the way that it works is you just layer it and center it on like so. And then your piece is going to go right in the middle of this, just like that. Very easy. So there's no, wrong way to do it. You just want to get your circles about the center of each circle to build that stand. And we're going to start with our base here. And the edges are going to show, but not the center. So you can just do the outside. So I've got me a makeup sponge, and I'm just going to go into that asphaltum. And I'll probably add just a little bit of water to my sponge. And I'm going to go around the edges of my stand because I'm not going to really worry about the center. Yes, congratulations. Birthdays and babies, y'all. We got birthdays and babies. I mean, I don't have any babies. Like, I have grandkids, but they're not mine. But Zach's birthday is coming up. He will be 29 on December 6th. And he is my oldest. So I cannot believe that my oldest son is almost 30. Y'all, I'm feeling so aged. I'm feeling so old. Now, you can wipe off the excess with a wipe if you want to. I'm just going to let this be because I'm going to distress it. But I thought green with a brown base would be really cool for this. You could also do like a snowy base. But for this, I'm just going to stick with the brown and the green. So we're going to do this one next. This is going to be our tree. Now, you can stain it first. You can do whatever. But the way that this works is you're going to see the front. This is a side view. So we're going to do front and back of this. Okay. So I'm going to do the front and I'm going to do the back. I'm going to sand off some of the flashback here. This is not uncommon or abnormal. This is from the bottom, like our lasers. So the board sits on our laser beds. And when the flame is going through, it burns the boards. And it lights up and leaves a flashback. And you can just sand it down if you want to. It's not, it's whatever you want to do. So this is what we're doing today. Hello, you guys. Happy Black Friday. Don't forget to check out our Black Friday sale. If you comment the word special, you can go and check that out. There is lots of 50% off deals happening. I was just live earlier making t-shirts, showing you all the new shirts that we have. And now we're here crafting these cuties because, y'all, these would make really great like white elephant gifts or just a really fun craft. They're very interesting. And so we're going to do these together today and you'll have a tutorial to follow. All right, so we're going to dry this and I am going to paint the edges so that it feels a little bit more finished. This would make a great Christmas Eve craft night idea. Just real fun. Thank you guys for being here. Happy Black Friday. All right, now we're going to flip this over. We're going to do the other side. And this is light avocado. And we're doing the grouchy cat first. Grumpy, grouchy, kitty, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to do one coat of paint on my trees. On this side, on each side of my tree. You could do a pink tree, you could do a watercolor painted tree, you could do whatever color tree you want to do. You just got an order from me. Well, that's awesome. I'm so excited. That's awesome. Thank you for your order. I appreciate it. Hope you have fun crafting. You enjoy me watching me make the t-shirts. The same color as my nails. Close, Elizabeth. It's very close. We had a great Thanksgiving. We had so much food. So much food. It was so good. Oh, the green guy would be cute. She might do one like that. I don't know. It would be very interesting to see it. All right, I just wanted to go back over it one more time. Go ahead and do this side too. I feel like it's a little splotchy with one coat. So let's go ahead and take care of that. All right. Now you can paint your little star at the top a color if you want to. I'm probably just going to do mine the antique gold, and we'll do that here in just a moment. Let's see. I'm going to do, oh, that's right. I was going to do the edge. So I'm going to do, I probably need a paintbrush for this. But for right now, we're just going to go with it like this. I don't really see it too much. The top. Like I said, this is going to be a frontal view, but you're going to also have a side view too. Let me go ahead and get a paintbrush and do the little edges here. This is the time-consuming part, is finishing up the edges. Does anyone else have a birthday? My sister's oldest son, his birthday is December 2nd. I believe he's going to be like 22. So Tuesday is his birthday. You know, time just, it's like we were, and my sister and I were in the car on the way home the other day. We were talking about how time just seems like, where is the time gone? Like, how is it already almost 2026 when I feel like it was just like not 2026? It's like time is just flying. You finished the Santa socks and you use the floating technique. Okay, Debbie Taylor, please tell me what you think. Like, what do you think about the floating method? Like the floating, did you like it? Did you like, do you like the results that you got? Do you think that it's a technique that gives your stuff more character and feels a little bit more finished and maybe more professional? Because I think the floating method is just, it's so much fun. It is a little more time consuming. The sponge method is a lot easier and quicker. Your brother's at the 18th and your mom's is the 30th. That's awesome. All right, I got some little drips, so I'm going to try to clean those up with my sponge here. And then I'm going to flip it over and do this side. December 12th. Ooh, interesting. All right. Love the method and the results. Good. Your birthday's also Tuesday? Well, happy early birthday. Your daughter's going to be 35 December 3rd, watching from Ontario, Canada. You know what? Well, That's awesome about your, the birthday. She said Ontario, Canada. Do you know, I'm guessing it's Joanne, Joanne, Johan. I'm not sure what it is. This weekend, I have had the most people from Canada send me an email or a message and ask me if we ship to Canada. And I keep telling them we do not ship to Canada anymore because of the cost of the customs and the fees that are charged at, like, when it comes over the border. And they were just getting a little bit crazy. So some customers were having to pay like $100. It was crazy. I mean, I think it's based on the value of your order, but I was like, I have no control over what happens when it leaves the United States. So I turned off the option to ship to Canada for like Canada customers, but I have thought about offering the international shipping to Canada with the full disclosure that we don't collect the customs or the fees, that those are 100% due when they cross over the border. And I would just then leave it up to the customer to decide if they want to do that. But shipping is typically more to ship to Canada than it is to the United States. And it's kind of out of my hands. So I painted my star yellow, like antique gold. We were shipping a lot of stuff to Canada, and then it just got insane. Okie doke. So let me put that in the water. All right, now we're going to go on to our cat. Oh, Joanne, I got you. Your son will be 38 December 2nd. So lots of December birthdays. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So this is going to be our stand. And this is going to be our tree that's going to go on top of here. Just like this. And I will glue that together momentarily, okay? So we got our stand going. Now we're going to do our cat. Okay. So I'm going to do my cat white with a little bit of gray. So I have this light mocha. Related to the McCoys from Monroeville, Indiana. Monroeville, Indiana. I'm from Indiana. I don't know where Monroeville is. Sounds like an interesting place. So we're going to do, there's some goopy yuckiness here. All right, so we got our light mocha. I'm going to get a smidge of black. Just because I'm going to make a little bit of a grayish wash to go around our kitty cat. We've floated cocoa, but we want to float gray on this because I'm going to do a little bit of a shadow to get some dimension to our cat. And so we're going to do our, so our hat is here, and then this goes across the top like this. So you'll paint your hat and then the part here. And I have bright white for that. Okay. You just need a little bright white. And I'm going to cut off my sponge and reuse it for some of these areas that I can do with a sponge. Like this white. So we're going to do white on here. And then on the little ball of the hat. But we're going to do our hat red first, I think. Actually, let's go ahead and do the ball of our hat. That'll be fine. All right, so we will do a second coat on that as well. So let's dry it. I don't want my hat to be the same color as my cat. So we're gonna do our cat the light mocha. It's gonna be like a cream colored cat. All right, let's do our second coat of white. Now you can paint the edges of this if you want to. It's completely up to you. Let's do the little ball here one more time. And this is going to be the cat color. Like this is like the neck of our cat up here. Oh, you can't see it. Like if you look at it, it's like neck of the cat. So we're gonna do, this glues onto the back so we actually don't have to paint that. This is the tail. Okay, so let me cut the brown sponge. Happy Friday night, you guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you for hanging out with us. We're gonna go ahead and do all of our coats. Make it look so easy. I think I've told you that. Y'all, it is really easy. I'm not even kidding when I tell you it is really easy. It's easier when you have done it. When you craft often, it is way easier. All right, so I'm going to use my little tool here. I am going to try, actually, let me find my other tool. Let me find the other one. It's somewhere. I mean, I had 3 of them, then they just disappear. Like, where did it go? That cannot possibly be the only one that I have. Where is it? I have a pink pokey tool somewhere. That cannot be the only one I have. No way. I guess this is the only one I have. Wait, I found it. It was upside down in my little caddy over here. Okay, so when we paint the cat white, I want to go through these little lines where my lights are going to be to define them. And so before I go putting the paint on, I'm going to make sure that I apply the color, and then I go through those little score lines so that I can clean them out so that they're a little more defined. I don't always do that. Sometimes I just do it at the end, but for this, I'm going to do it while the paint is still wet. So we're going to take our little tool. Let me get my glasses on because I cannot see. And I'm going to go through this little line and clean out that paint. Not going to worry about the little circles because those will be fine. But the little line is our string for our lights. Let me spin this around and go this way. There we go. And then the little legs. Now, if you want to clean the paint out of these little action marks, that's what I call them. They're little action marks. Or creating movement. You can do that too. And we'll come back to that. Let's do this part next. go over this. Now, if you want to sand off the flashback, the little yellow smoky look, you can do that. I think it's just going to give character to my piece, so I'm just going to leave it. And we're going to clean out these little lines gently, just like so. It's so quiet in here. And then we're going to do our face, but I am going to sand the face down just a little bit. Good evening, Sandra. My little sander tool, like duster, little duster. All right, let's do the face. And we're not going to go up into the hat because the hat is going to be a different color. We're going to make sure we get our face. Now, for the most part, I didn't get any paint in the lines. But for these over here, I kind of did. So, let me clean these out. And then our little action marks in the face. All right, now let's come circle back around, do our next coat. I ordered this cat, so excited. Christine, I cannot wait to see what you do with it. I think it's going to be so adorable. All right, let's start again. One more coat. I'm going to do 2 coats for this. Yo, I feel like I need some coffee. I was telling my husband yesterday, I said I want to order a slushy maker so that I can make frozen coffee drinks that I don't need. And then I also said I wanted to order an espresso bar, like machine, so that I can make my own iced coffee drinks. And so I was like, I think that's what I'm going to get for myself for Christmas. Is a little espresso machine or a slushy maker. I think Ninja makes one. I don't usually get myself anything for Christmas. I really don't. I don't really need anything, nor do I want anything. But this year, I'm like, I really kind of want me one of those machines. I want to like level up my coffee bar. I did show Avery. She said that was so cute. And she said that was so awesome that she inspired somebody, and that she said that she was a true crafter now because she has people following her tips and tricks. She already knows she's a true crafter, but it was just more solidified that she was like, she did what I did. And I said, yes, she loved it. She thought that was so amazing. She loved your cat. I will tell you what, Avery is something else. That girl. They crafted yesterday, after Thanksgiving dinner. They got to do their little reindeer. Oh my gosh. You bought your boyfriend an espresso machine for Christmas? I'm jealous. So jealous. I want one. I think it's is it the Nespresso? Is that the brand? It might be a different brand. I don't know for sure who makes it, but I want a really good one that does like the gourmet, like coffee house coffee. Because I love my coffee drinks. We have a coffee bar, but we just have a basic Keurig. And I really want to level up my coffee bar. I keep getting out of the line, so I just keep going back over it. That looks pretty good. I will probably sand this a little bit. All right, those are all painted. Let's give the cat's face another go around, shall we? One more coat. Avery is a precious little girl. She is. You know, I cannot believe she's going to be 7. She's just so big. Obviously she's the oldest grandchild. So, you know, it's kind of like watching your grandkids grow up is really interesting. Okay. All right, I've done 2 coats on everything that needed to be painted. The one thing we do need to do is the nose here, and I'm going to do the nose black. And I'm just going to use the back side of this brown to do the black nose right there. It's a little, and so I'm just going to do it kind of lightly with a couple of coats, just like that. And I'm just going to let that dry. Hello friends, welcome to my page. I'm so glad that you are here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do the edge of this because I just want it to be a little more finished. And so I'm going to do that really quick. Sand that down. And I'm going to go over this one more time. I just feel like I want it to be like a brighter white, which I think that looks pretty good. And let's do our little ball here. A little puffy ball on the hat. Okay, so I'm going to do a red hat, and this is my favorite Tuscan red. And we just need a little smidge of that. And I think I'm going to cut off the white on this edge over here. And we're gonna do the red. Like, it's just a little sliver of red. So we're gonna come right along that line. Just do red hat. And you could do a different colored hat. You don't have to do red. You can do a pastel color. Do whatever you like. And gonna go right up to the edge. Right there. And then I'm gonna do the top here. And I might do a second coat on the red. So cute. I'm gonna go ahead and do a second coat. First grandson will be 26 in January. You know, time just flies. Avery was saying yesterday, she's like, I cannot wait to have a baby. And she was like, girl, you can wait several years. What did she say? Espresso machine with milk frother. Yes, 20 bar high pressure professional espresso maker automatic. Oh, is that a link? Or did you send me info? Brand ATATIX. I will go check it out. Absolutely. I'm gonna check it out. All right, so we've got our little hat. Now we're gonna work on our cat, and we're gonna do some gray details on our hat. We're gonna use paint pens. We're gonna give some little cheeks. We're gonna do all the things. It's gonna be really, really cute. So I'm gonna use my paintbrush. It's going to be the smaller of the paintbrushes for the floating. And y'all, I'm obsessed with the floating technique. I love it. It's not for everybody. Not everybody likes the look. me see here. I'm trying to think if I wanted to use pink in the ear. I think I might use some blush in the little ear. Make that grumpy face cute. I'm gonna try, okay? I'm really gonna try. So I have a second plate over here. Actually, I have more than a second plate. Let me move this stuff out of the way so that it's not right here in my way. The stand is not attached, so let me scoot that over. So basically what I want to do is I'm going to lightly sand everything before I do this because I really want a smooth surface. Okay, so I'm going to sand all the little pieces here. We're going to try to give our cat some character. Like we want it to have a little pizzazz, right? So I'm going to do some sanding just lightly. Y'all, it's already 8:30. We're probably only going to get this one done, which will be fine. I still have to go home and get a bunch of stuff ready for tomorrow. All right, now I'm going to dust out our little lines here because they got filled back in. All that dust. So if you use light coats over your scoring, you can keep the details. You don't have to really coat it. You can do light coats. So let's start with the body. It seems like a great place to start. So we're going to take our spray bottle with some water. And I need a paper towel. I've been really trying to teach people something valuable every time I do a video. And so practice makes progress, and I really want you to feel inspired and empowered to try the things because I keep practicing to show you that I'm challenging myself. I want you to keep practicing too, and it really is, Debbie can tell you, it really is a lot easier than you think it might be, or it's not as hard as you think it might be. It is it's easier. So you want to try new things, okay? Even if you're just trying it for the first time. You got to start somewhere, right? So we're going to take our 3/8 inch brush. It's angled. And we're going to dip the tip that's the longest into our black. And we're going to come over here onto our plate. And we're going to float the edge with a little bit of black. Just like so. And we want it to be not as black, but sort of like a light gray color. So I'm going to go along the edge of my cat here and just give it some detail like this all the way around my cat. And that's going to make it look like it has a little bit of substance to it. Now you can see that I have a really harsh line where I floated that gray. So what I like to do, hello Dina, is take a paintbrush that's clean. And we're going to make sure that it's really clean. And it's a little bit damp, not saturated and soaking wet. And we're going to take that and we're going to come right up along where we have that transition. And we're just going to take that clean brush. And we're just going to start blurring out that really hard line to where it looks like it just kind of fades. So it's not as harsh as it was. And just blur it. And this is going to give the detail that we're looking for. our cat. And you can already see this side versus this side. There's a clear difference in the two. And I just have a wet, damp, like barely wet brush. It's just lightly wet. And I'm just, like, if you were to color something, I'm just using it to color, and it's going to reactivate that edge of that paint, and it's going to blur it out. So it doesn't seem like such a hard line there. And now our cat has like this smoky edge body. So now you can see our cat's got some character, and now we could do our little legs here. And you can go around your legs, you know. I'm just gonna do down the sides, and then I'm gonna use my little brush here to kind of work that detail out just a little bit. Almost like I'm almost completely erasing it. So let me add that back. And take that clean brush. And we just want to give it a little character. Just a smidge. Takes a second sometimes to reactivate it. I'm going to come back through one more time. And now our cat has some character. You can give it a little more if you want to. Just want to have fun with it. Do a lot of back and forth till you figure out what you're going for. And now we got this happening. Okay, so now underneath this little foot here, or underneath a little, you know, the legs, I'm gonna add a little dark part there. A little darker than normal. And then we're gonna add a black line there. So it'll have some substance to it. So now you can see how our little body is looking. Now we're gonna do the arms here. And I'm still working with the same black that's here. And now I'm just gonna get a little, like a touch, like a bare, well, I didn't even touch it, I don't think. Just a little touch. It was probably too much. Just want a little. Okay, and then we're gonna come around our feet here. Let's do it like so. So our little arms up the front. Let's come around this side. This is kind of under the face, but when it swings out, you might see it. We're just going to add that there, and right through here, and then right along the little paws there. I'm going to take this brush, clean those up. We still have to come back and add the lines for our lights. You like my nails? She can find a manicure person. I don't like them thick. Karen, these are Gel X. My nails are so thin right now that I can't even get SNS on there, and I don't like acrylic. So these are Gel X. If you've never seen Gel X, it's an actual clear whole nail tip, and it's really thin, and I don't like my nails thick either. I don't like them to be like super, I want them to look natural. And so I have had to get Gel X the last 2 times because my nails are just so thin. But I think at the first of the year, I'm going to take them off and leave them off for about 3 months and let my nails grow back out so that they're, you know, stronger again. But I've gotten them done so much that they're thin. They're so thin. All right, so we've got our little arms are looking like so. So we've got our little cat, and now we're going to do our face. So let's do that next. Let's see. You have to be tired. You're the most dedicated crafter that I follow. Love everything you have taught. I have learned so much from you. Renee, I will say this. 2025 was the year for me to challenge myself to not just be here to entertain people, but to invest in people. And also grow my business. So doing that requires that I have to show up in a way that's more intentional and very, you know, like just dedicated to like the people. It's so hard to explain because, you know, most people are like, I would just craft for fun. Like, that's fine. Like, most of you guys are just crafting for fun. It's like your hobby. You enjoy doing it. I do this as my business for people like you, and it means so much to me to be able to be a part of that with everyone. And so times like today, like it's Black Friday. Consumers are shopping on Black Friday, and I'm a business. And so my business is like, this is where we've got to make our profits, you know, is during the 4th quarter, and this is the time of year. So I have to show up, you know, I have to show up, and either I can stay home, which I will do at Christmas time when we have Christmas off, because by the time Christmas gets here, you know, we're heading into like Valentine's, Easter, you know, we're into the new year now. And I have a little bit more breathing room, but it's just going to circle back again. Come, you know, May, it's going to be enjoy your summer, because June and July are coming, and it's just going to be a madhouse. So, but yeah, I want to show up, and I feel like the way that I show up shows that how much I care about something. And I hope that it encourages like other people. And yeah, so, all right. So right here under the little fold of the ear, I'm going to do just a little dark line here, just like this. And that's going to create that there. And then we have this little like the grumpiness of our cat. And so I'm going to accentuate those little areas there. And going to come in with my little paintbrush that's barely damp, and I'm just going to blur that out just a little bit. So now our grumpy cat has got its ear, got a little action happening there, and then we'll focus on our cheeks and stuff. But here is how our grumpy cat is coming together. Super cute. All right, the next steps will be not oh, I just threw that in the floor. My next steps will be adding the little lights and stuff. I used to float a lot when I first started painting, did it for years. I got away from it. Love the sponge method. I love the sponge method too. I don't get me wrong. Like, I am diehard, like whoever introduced me to makeup sponges for crafting, because I was an avid painter by paintbrush, was not a sponge person. I was like, I don't like them. I definitely am not like, I don't like the sponges on a brush, like the little like tapered. I'm not a sponge person. I'm a paintbrush person. And learned so much from my grandma showing me how to paint, because she did a lot of ceramics and stuff, and she did a lot of toll painting and like the folk art and stuff, decorative painting. And she told me, she's like, whatever tool you use is whatever tool you like you feel the most comfortable using to get the results that you achieve, like you want. But however you get to that result is how you do it through your creative mind. And she told me one thing, and I've always passed that on to people, is you do not have to use a paintbrush to be an amazing painter. You can be an amazing finger painter. You could be an amazing painter with a sponge. You could use a stencil brush. You could use whatever, you know, whatever you want to. There are no rules. But I love to show people different things, and maybe they are like intimidated by the sponge and feel more comfortable with a brush. I love the sponge. I love the sponge. Sorry, I had to get a drink of water. I feel like I need water. All right, let me pick up some water here. I love the sponge painting. One of my favorites. All right, I just did a little dab. I swear I'm not even getting any paint on my brush. There we go, just a little bit. Oh, let's do this one first. So we're gonna come right around the top of this and down the sides, and then right around here. Yeah, same. I do too. I love all things. I love all methods, if I'm being honest. And the thing is, I will use certain tools when I feel like I'm out of practice, or I need to like use my hands more. Using a paintbrush is very different than using your sponge. And it also requires a little bit more wrist control. So, you know, they say keep your hands moving. So I always think that we've got to try to challenge ourselves. And so I do try to do that. I really try very hard to do that. All right, so these are my little action lines showing that it's being cinched upward and hanging on the little thing. So those are there. And I'm gonna leave that, and then we're gonna come into our little tail here. So let's do our tail. We're gonna come along. I need some water. Getting a little dry there. Let's come along here. Now the tail is gonna be mostly hidden, but the little bottom part is gonna hang down. I need some, just a little bit. Just like a smidge. I need to come around this way. So my cat is like a whitish gray cat. I also have a white dog, like a real white dog in real life. And if I had a cat, it would probably be a white cat. I won't have a cat, but if I did, it would probably be a white one. All right, so you can also add a little bit of fur, give it character. It's whatever you want to do. All right, now on my little brim here, I'm gonna lightly sand it as well, just a little bit. And we're gonna come in with our gray again, and I just want to come over the top of this on the edge, and then on the top on the edge over here, just so that our little hat looks like it's got a little bit of wear. That was too much. There we go. And then the top of our hat here, just gonna lightly sand that, dust it off. And then I'm gonna come into my water. I need a little black. Just want to do a little on our hat. And then we're going to come up through here and like a little fold. Just cute little detail, right? Sorry, I'm on the whole edge of my paper over here. I just keep working further and further away. Sorry about that. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do, now that we're done with our floating methods, we're going to go in and we're going to do our lines for our lights and our light bulbs. Now, I have chosen to use my acrylic painting gel pens. If y'all have not seen them, go see if they're on Black Friday deal, because I don't know if they are. They could be. They may not be. I don't know. I didn't even look, to be honest. But I have this set of 90 acrylic painting gel pens, and I am in love with them. And I want to do our little Christmas lights with these gel pens instead of paint. Now, if you have acrylic markers, you can probably do that too. How do I get this back out of here? What is happening? It's like it's stuck. Never mind. I got it. All right. So these are absolutely fantastic. Let me put my brush over here. So we're going to do some blush on our cat's cheek. Here's my little blush brush. I think this is it. But for the little ear up here, I want to put some pink. I'm going to use this little stubby brush here. They were on sale for Black Friday. Well, good. I'm glad. All right, so we're going to do a little pink in the ear. Just right there. And then we're going to do a little bit of pink on the cheeks, which I'll probably just use a smaller brush. And this is just a brush that I cut down the bristles. Not only is it grumpy, it's got pink cheeks. All right. So, clean out the little score lines. And this is just some blush I got from Amazon. Wet n Wild. All right. I'm going to use my super fine pointy marker right here to do the line for our lights. You can do a green wire. I'm just going to do black here. You can decide whatever you want to do. I got a little out of the line. I have my glasses on, and somehow I still got out of the lines. So let's do this one and this one and this one. So cute. All right, let's dry it. All right, so let's go through our pens here. And I think I definitely want to do a green light, a yellow light, a blue light, and then let's do a orange light. Let's start there. Could do a purple light too. So let's start with, is a superfine marker in your shop? No, I don't sell these. It's in the Amazon shop though. But as far as my like website, we don't sell pens. We should though. I could probably sell them every day. So we got a green. I love that they're click. Let's do the blue on the end. I think I need to do a darker blue. Yeah, the Amazon shop. Yeah, they're in there. They're in the Amazon shop. And they have these little protective tips on them when they're new that you have to kind of pull off. Let's do yellow. Let's do red. Let's do a red light. Let's do red. Let's do a purple. Could be like a rainbow of colors. Let's do this purple. Let's do blue. Green. And let's do orange. This is too cute. Yeah, I will show you in just a second, Missy. Give me just 1 second to finish this. So let's do red down here. Let's do purple. Let's go ahead and do another orange. We don't have to do them in order. We can kind of do whatever we want. Let's do a green. A blue. Oh, there's going to be 2 yellows, so let's change that up. Let's change it up with, let's see. Let me see. Let's do a pink. That's cute. That's so cute. Okay, let me show you. This is how they look. I should have done a green wire, but it's okay. It'll be fine. All right, now I'm going to use my alcohol marker over here. I'm going to use this. No, I'm not. Not that one. This one. I'm going to use this gray to go through the little line right here on the legs instead of black. And that's an alcohol marker. It's a little bit different type of pen. Okay, so let's dry this, make sure it's good. I think these are just little wax things that they dip the pins in. All right, so that's good. The tail is good. Let's do the lights on this one. So let's do blue. Orange. Purple. Yellow. Red. Green. And then let's do the reverse. So let's do green over here. Let's do yellow here. I'll show you the box here in just a second. They are acrylic painting gel pens. Oh, that's a little messy. Blue. Orange. And purple. Found you all. Girl, I've been here so long. I was here earlier doing t-shirts, and then I was like, we got to craft, you know, we got to do something. I got to show you how to do the projects. And so I had to come on here and like, let's do a craft together. And I'll show you the box of this in just a second. This blue goes here, and then the purple goes here. And there are 90 of these. And this is the box. Yeah, my lip hurts so bad. My bottom lip is like completely cracked. So it's Languo, Languo, acrylic painting gel pens. You can refill the inks. So they just open up and you can put a new ink in there. And then they are 90 colors, 0.7 millimeters. They are just called acrylic painting gel pens. And it says, please remove the wax seal on the tip of the pen or retract the pen after each use and avoid the pen tip touching any object for a long time, forcing otherwise ink will leak. And then it just says this color table is only for reference and comparison of color numbers. There may be some color difference with the actual ink color of the product. Please refer to the actual ink color of the product for accuracy. And this is it. I am always looking for something like tools that we can craft with and make with that are fun and easy to use. And so we do a lot of score lines and details. And so I've been looking and looking and looking for something that wasn't an alcohol marker to use, and then also wasn't like a super brush tip. I wanted something that was more of like, as soon as I saw there was a pen, I was like, a pen? Like a click pen? Yes, I'm sold. So I think this was $40 or $50 for the box of 90. And I think somebody said they got it on Black Friday special. So if you go to my Amazon shop, you'll see my favorite pens that I use and love in my Amazon shop. They have their own little collection in my Amazon shop. Please go check them out. If you do make a purchase, it doesn't cost you any more, but I do earn a commission if you go and buy something from my Amazon shop. And I just want you to know that last month I made $38 from my Amazon shop. Just so anybody thinks I'm not over here getting rich, you know. $38. Basically, I got my little paint pens almost free. but I will say I've spent a lot more money on Amazon than $38. Oh my gosh. Does it have a good white? Yes, the white is amazing. The white is absolutely amazing. We used it on something. I can't remember what I used it on, but I did use the white and I love it. It's fantastic. All right, so for the face here, I'm going to use my alcohol marker for this. For the whiskers, I'm going to do those with the alcohol marker because it's a little bit lighter color than the gel markers. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to come in to here and I'm just going to do the little frown. And then I'm going to go into these little lines here. And we're going to do the white of our eyes. Yeah, let's do the white of our eyes. Yeah. We're going to do the white pen. I think I got it dried out. Don't make a liar out of me. Come on now. There we go. I just got to get it moving again. The white is pretty good. Give me just a second. Try not to let it bleed out of my little lines here. Let's do the other one. And then we can do the eyes. The eye color. So quiet. Let me dry it so I can go over it one more time. I do like the white. It's doesn't fade or become clear or disappear like some other, you know, brands. I'm trying to decide what color I want to do the eyes. I think we're going to do, let's just go with black. Let's just go with black. Then we can do us a little highlight. There we go. Super duper cute. Love it. All right, so to lay this on here, how it's going to go, it goes like this and this. No, it goes like this and then this. It actually goes a little longer like that. And then it comes down like this. Y'all, it layers like this, okay? Just go with the flow. Just go with it. All right. Just go with it. All right, now I'm going to go around the little ear because it needs a little depth. And then you can do right underneath the little eye. Just a little shadow because it is so grumpy. And then we got to get our nose. Our little nose. I'm going to sand it gently. And we're going to pop it out of here. We're going to glue it on. I'm going to sand down this little nub. All right, glue. I got my glue. So cute, right? So this is a new kit that we just released yesterday, along with a bunch of other new kits. You will have to go check them out. So there's a little hole in your face, and I'm going to show you how to use that as a reference point in just a second. But first, we're going to just add a smidge of glue. And I do mean like a little smidge of glue. And we're going to drop on our little hat, or our nose, not our hat, not just yet. Do I like the gel pens? I love them. Absolutely love them. And we're going to put on the little brim of our hat right here. And it goes right up top. Just like so. Now you can come in to where you've added your alcohol markers or your paint pens, and you can like sand things out just a little bit, blur it some more if you want to. I just want to make my little eyes have a little bit more transition there. So this is my grumpy cat. And now we're going to pop out the rest of our pieces because everything here is completely ready to assemble. You were using the Artix markers. I love Artix markers still. I do. I don't use them as much as I used to because I bought that set of 240 markers, and I've been using that one. And I took it home for the girls to craft with yesterday, and I forgot to bring it back. So now my piece is empty, so I'm going to toss that. We don't need it anymore. And we're going to go over the assembly. Let me put these away. We're going to go over the assembly really quick for this. And now there are 6 different swingy hangy kits that you can choose from to craft with. And all 6 of them that are new are on sale for our Black Friday sale. Don't forget, our Black Friday sale ends tonight at 11:59 Eastern time. And it will change at 12:01 to our Small Business Saturday sale. And that will be different promotions. So there's a lot of half off deals happening today that are today only. So when you log into the shop tomorrow and you're like, what happened? The shop's on sale, but where's all the... It's because every day has a different deal. And that sales page has all the information on it. So first things first, let's go ahead and put together our stand. We're going to go ahead and sand it. And I'm just going to go through the sides. I'm not going to add anything extra to my stand. I'm just going to sand it very gently. And then we're going to flip this around and do the back side. Now, I've already painted the stand in case you were not here. We did that first. And I painted the front and back. Also, you can paint the back of your cat. I didn't. It's completely up to you if you want to do that. All right, now we're gonna do the bottom part of our circle. The middle part of our circle. And the very top. And you can dust it off if you want to. And now we're going to glue this together. So we're going to put glue on here and we're going to attach the middle portion. Just get it about centered in the middle. And we're going to add glue again to this section. And we're going to put this one on. And then we're going to attach our tree. I like that my tree looks a little frosty. I think that's cute. And then we're going to put some glue on the bottom edges here and then along the bottom. You can do this side too. Also, don't put too much paint on your, like this bottom tab because it may not fit in the opening. And try not to get paint inside this opening here because these are cut to fit. I do sometimes, there's a little bit of movement sometimes because sometimes I get a little heavy with paint and I think, oh gosh, I probably need to give people a little bit of room. So if your piece is a little wobbly, sometimes it's because I've just accounted the opening to if you're going to get paint on your piece. Can I say the brand of those paint pens, please? I will spell it, but I will not say it because I don't know how to say it. Languo. Languo. I don't know how to say it. It's Lango, Langao, Langu. Don't know. Do not know. Good night, star. So this is now our stand. You want to make sure that when you glue it in that it is standing straight upright. Just like that. All right, so our stand is good. I did get a little seepage with my glue. Not a problem, okay? We're not going to worry about that. All right, so this is the way that you're going to assemble this. On this piece right here, there is a slot opening, okay? And there's a little notch. That little notch there is the hole that you're going to line up at the bottom, and you're going to be able to see it through. So you're going to see that little hole where the nose was glued, right through that little hole there. So you're going to line that up just like that. And you just want to make sure that everything's going like the nose, like this is following upwards with the nose. So just try to line it up. And we're going to put some glue on here. And we're going to glue this right back over the top of this. And we're just going to make sure that we line up that little notch just like this. So that's your little guideline to line up your little notch right there in that little opening. Okay, so this goes on to the back side. Step 1, glue this piece to the head. Now, the next step is this piece right here. Now, I have this tabbed right here because I didn't want to tab it and have anything break. So I'm just going to sand off this little nubby area so that it will sit more flush in our opening. And you don't want to break off any of these little prongs here, and you don't want to get glue in any of the little valleys. So your little pieces are going to hook on like so, and it's going to hang in there. the next piece is going to glue in to the opening. So don't put any glue in the first notch. We're not going to actually put glue in any of these notches. I'm going to show you, so just follow these instructions. Do not put any glue in any of the notches, because if any of this glue from any of these other notches gets into these other areas and this doesn't swing, then it's not going to do what it's supposed to. So we're going to glue this into this little opening here. So I'm going to put some glue on the end here, just like this. And we're going to stick it in where our notches are going upward. So this is the face, and all of your notches are pointing up towards the hat. They're not pointing down. They're pointing up. And you want to make sure that this is completely glued and secured before you do the next thing, because you don't want this to have any movement where it falls down and isn't secured. You want it to be really good and solid. Okay, so now that we've got this in, we're going to go ahead and hook on our next piece, which is the arms. And I'm just going to sand down that little notch there, and I'm going to go over it. Just try to blend that in. And then we're going to hook this onto the first notch. Slide it from the back, and then you want it to be freely hanging right there. So this is your little arms that are hanging. And you're going to lay that face down, and you're going to pick up the next piece here. This is next. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, same thing. I'm going to sand the little side down just a little bit. Now this is what hooks into our stand over here. This is what's going to hook in here like this. Okay, now this is where we're going to add glue right in here, but we are going to add very little glue, because again, if this glue that we add to this next little slot seeps into this over here and it hooks on, it's not going to want to swing anymore. So we want to use a very minimal glue, but we want to make sure that it's going to hold our little cat up. So we're just going to do a very little smidge, and I do mean very little, and Stick Fast sticks really good. And we want to be very careful to put this in our notch and not get glue anywhere else. So I'm going to just slide it over and make sure that I get it to where it's going to hook right into there, and I'm going to hold it until it cures. And now we have our second piece attached. So we've got our head, arms are swinging, hook for holding. That gets glued. The next piece, you do not glue. Now, if you're worried about any glue being seeping under, you can use a wipe, and you can wipe down the sides of that little piece there that we just glued in and make sure there's no glue, because the next piece that goes on is your little legs. But we're not going to put the legs on yet, like our legs and body. We're going to glue on our tail. So you're going to flip over your body, and you're going to glue on this part right here. So we're going to go ahead and put some glue on right here. And you're going to go a little bit up on the body, about like this. Okay. Just a little space here, because if you put it down too far, then your little area from where it's hooked on might not, you might see that. You don't want to see that. The next thing you're going to do is hold the C like a backward C. Put your tail to where it's facing the painted side, facing down. Hold your C like a backward C. And you're going to take and you're going to put it in and hook it into your C. Just like this. So backward C is now facing to the left, and then your tail painted is also facing to the left. And then you're going to take and you're going to put glue on your little piece here and here at the top of your C. And you're going to take that and hold your tail so it doesn't move. And you're going to put the open C backwards into this opening here. And you're going to glue that in. So now this won't fall off and it will swing. So you glue it in, and it doesn't go all the way flush. You want to have a little bit of movement here. So now your little tail is swinging in the back. Now, this step is you can hook this onto your next notch. So it's going to go right into the next notch. So now your body and your tail are all swingy. So you got your arm swingy, your body swingy, your tail swingy, and this is the piece that glues onto the back that makes sure nothing falls off. So this just looks like a half circle with a little notch. And so we're going to lay this back down, and we're going to put a tiny bit of glue here, and this is the other thing that gets glued in. So just a smidge of glue, and I do mean a smidge. Don't overdo it. There's no need to. And then you're going to put that in that next little slot right there and secure everything in, and we're going to let that dry, and then everything will be ready to go. And we'll hook this on to our little tree, and we will be good. All right, so everything is now assembled. Everything is freely moving. Nothing is getting caught in our glue. We got plenty of movement happening, and now we're going to take and we're going to hook this onto our little tree. And you can hold it with a little face here and just hook it on gently, just like so. And I'm going to show you how it turned out. Just give me a second with my little camera here to move all of this stuff out of the way. And I'm going to show you how it turned out. And I really do hope that you guys grab one of these kits. I use stick fast glue. If I had $1 for every time somebody asked me what glue I use, I've been using this, it's stick fast thick. You can't see it, but it says thick. You like my nails? Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I got them green for Christmas / Thanksgiving. now that Thanksgiving's over, I'm like, we're ready for Christmas. Okie doke. So I'm going to put these two side by side so you can just see the difference in the transformation. Let me lower this down. And let me point this up. Look at how cute these are. So this is the unpainted version. And this is our painted version of our little grumpy kitty cat. It just completely looks like a totally different kit once you craft it. Now, like I said, you can take the time to do the edges and the back of yours and finish it out. I didn't because just for time's sake, y'all, it's been a while. Like it's 9:30. I'm ready to go home. And so the most important thing was that we craft this together. So we added the little details with our floating, just a little bit of shadowing, and we added some blush to like our little face, our little grumpy cat. There's that little tail right here that is freely hanging, and then the body, and then our little arms. And see how the piece up here is hanging? It's like it's its body, like if you're picking up a cat. This is how it looks. How cute. So if you comment the word swing, Facebook will send you a message to our swinging hanging motion kits collection. And this is in there. And these are all brand new. So this is before, and then after, and then this is our stand. I did a yellow star. My grandkids are going to have an absolute blast with this. I want to do one for like Avery and Riley. I actually should let them craft their own. I mean, how cute is this? So I hope that you guys go check these out. I think on sale, they're about $11 or so. You thought it was ugly till I painted it? You got to trust the process. This is why I wanted to do these, so that you can see how they look. I planned to do the Santa, and I just didn't get to the Santa. So we have a Santa, we have a Nutcracker. We also have the Grumpy Kitty. We have a puppy with lights. And then we also have a regular dog and a cat. So there's 6 different ones. So you should definitely go and check them out. But this is how it turned out. It looks completely different when you paint it. And I showed you step by step. Like $11.25. Thank you, Christine. I wasn't sure. I thought it was like $11. So stinking cute. So comment Swing to check out the Swing collection. And if you want to check out our Black Friday sale, comment the word special. Hello, friends. Comment the word special. Y'all, I'm tired. I am ready to go. Like, I'm about to leave. So today is our Black Friday sale. There is a lot of 50% savings going on. Christmas kits are 30% off. Personalized and ornament sets are also 30% off. And then I just pressed t-shirts to show you all the new t-shirts. Not all of them, but most of them. So t-shirts are 25% off. Our sun catchers are 20% off. T-shirts are 25% off. Sun catchers, glass, and resin are all 20% off. Our canvas projects. So if you have been wanting to do the snowman or a wreath or any of that, these are 20% off as well. We have the crushed glass box of glass. Let me show you that really quick. So this is in this really fun box just because I thought it'd be a really fun idea. You don't have to give it as a gift. It could be just a gift to you. But this is a glass set for $50. And you get a bonus bag of crushed shell when you get it. This is the 1 to 3 millimeter, and we are giving you this bonus here. And it's the 24 set of glass with the shell makes 25. And this is a really good deal because our glass set of 2-ounce glass is, I think, $69 or $64. Maybe it's $64. I don't know for sure. But this is $50 for the holidays. And then there's also the chunky set with the shell also. And these are in the exclusive collection. These are not in one of the glass sets collection. This is in the exclusives because once these are sold out, they are gone. And so we only did a few of these. And I hope that you check them out. And they will be boxed like this, and we will send them to you. And you can keep it in a box. Like, even though it says Christmas, you can keep your glass in this box. It'd be a great storage box idea. And it is an easy fold, so the flaps will hold everything inside. But this is a great sampler box if you are new to glass and resin crafting, or just glass crafting in general. Not even resin. You can use glue with this. Check this out because this is a great starter set for you if you are new to glass crafting. So check it out. These are just something fun. I love the box. It's so super cute. And if you take your glass out of the box, you could use the box and gift this box to somebody else. I don't know, but there's 2 different options, 1 to 3 millimeter and 3 to 6 millimeter. And it will come in this box just like this with the gold tissue paper, really pretty wrapped in there, just like so, all secured. Lovely. So hopefully you check that out. And yeah, so comment special and go check out our Black Friday special. And then our deal will change tomorrow to our small business deals, which is Small Business Saturday, is every Saturday. And you know, the Saturday following Black Friday is typically always Small Business Saturday. So shop small, shop local. I have a small business, so we want to participate in that. support small businesses, even if it is not mine. Just keep that in mind, is bringing awareness to small businesses. A lot of people don't shop corporate America or big box stores on Small Business Saturday. They shop small, they shop local, and they show support to their small business friends, because I think that's really important. And you support me all year, so I'm very thankful for you. And so I just want to bring awareness that it is Small Business Saturday. So show your love and support to small businesses. Like I said, not just mine, but any small business that you can shop with. Please do so. And it really does make a big difference to people like me. And, you know, CEO of Walmart is not out here crafting with you on a Saturday or Friday night, you know. We're here doing, you know, we're the hands and feet of our business, you know. So thank you so much for being with me. It's been a long day. I'm ready to go home. I'm going to take a quick picture and a video of this so I can post it so you guys can see it. But thank you. And our sale today for Black Friday will end at 11:59. That is Eastern time. So keep that also in mind. But thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being a part of everything that we do. And I just am so ever grateful for you. And I hope that you know that. So y'all be blessed, be inspired, and I will see you guys next